Hello, I'm chess expert Gil Luna. This video is on queen double attacks. All right, so the first way to recognize that um, you have a double attack is to look for hanging pieces, pieces that are unprotected. All right, so in this position, it's black to move. And I see that this rook right here is unprotected. All right, so this rook is unprotected, and I see that the king can be checked. So right away, you can tell by seeing these two things that the possibility of there being a double attack is on the board. Doesn't necessarily mean there will always be one, but it's possible that there will be one when you see hanging pieces and an exposed king. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the first one for you. All right, so the first move would be queen u1 check. All right, as you can see, we are attacking the king and we're taking the rook. All right, so the king only has one move and then we take the rook. That is a queen double attack. This is why it's very important not to have an exposed king whenever there's a queen on the board. All right, and if you do have an exposed king, make sure you don't have hanging pieces on the board. For example, in this position, the bishop wouldn't be in any danger because it's protected by the pawn. So if the rook would have been protected as well, maybe if the rook would have been on c6 or on d1, then none of this would have happened. Because the rook is hanging, it's exposed. So let's go ahead and go on to the next problem. All right, so here we go again. Now let's see if you can do it. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find the answer to this problem. Okay, so once again, what are our two hanging pieces? Well, we have the king that's in check, and we have the knight that's free, right? The knight is hanging. The bishop's protected by the king, the rook is protected by the bishop and the king, but the knight is not protected by anything. And once again, we have an exposed king. So the answer to this problem would be queen c6 check. By playing this move, we're both attacking the king and taking the knight. Perfect example of a double attack with the queen. All right, so in this position, it's black to move. All right, let's go ahead and flip this board for you. Once again, take your time, pause the video, and see if you can find the answer to this problem. Okay, so if you found queen b2, very good. Once again, we have an exposed king. We have a bishop that is unprotected. So queen check, some move, and then queen takes bishop. Let's go to the next problem. All right, so white to move. Take your time, pause the video, and see if you can figure this out. All right, so if you found queen d4, excellent. Once again, looking at this position, I see a king that can be easily checked. I see a rook that is unprotected. There are two, but there is no double attack on this rook as far as with the queen and the king. So queen d4 check, king must move, and then the rook is free. Next problem. All right, good luck. Pause the video and see what you can find. Okay, so if you found queen c7, excellent. All right, here's our exposed king. Here's our unprotected piece. Queen c7 check. Thank you for the bishop. Next problem. All right, pause the video and good luck. Okay, if you found queen b5, very good. King check, move, thank you for the rook. Next problem. All right, good luck, take your time, double check everything. Pause the video. Okay, so here, some of you might have played queen d6. All right, queen d6 is not a bad move, but it's not the right one. All right, because yes, by playing queen d6, we are attacking the king and the rook. But the rook is actually being protected by the bishop. So the rook is not a hanging piece. All right, so yes, you are double attacking, but you're not really double attacking because the rook cannot be taken. So the correct move in this position is a less obvious queen h6 move. All right, so here we are checking the king and taking the knight on the next move. All right, so the knight was actually the hanging piece. It was not the rook. Next problem. Take your time, pause the video, and good luck. All right, so if you found queen d5, very good. All right, you do not want to come to queen b7, which does look like a double attack, but the rook is covering that square. All right, so with queen d5, we're checking the king and we're taking the rook. Next problem. Take your time, pause the video, and good luck. All right, so queen takes pawn on b4, attacking the king and taking the rook. All right, so take your time, good luck, pause the video. All right, so here, this one is a little trickier, all right? But it's still very solvable. So if you found queen c4, very good. We are checking this king, and we are taking this hanging knight. Now here the rook is also hanging, right? The rook is free. However, there's no way to check the king and attack the rook at the same time, which means the knight is actually your target. Plus, when the king is so close to the rook, even if there was a way to check the king could most likely move towards the rook and protect it. So the knight is your hanging piece here. So queen c4 check. Thank you for the knight. Next problem. Pause the video and good luck. All right. You found queen d6. Very good. We have an exposed king and a hanging bishop. So queen d6 check. Black moves. Thank you for the bishop. Next problem. All right, in this position, it's black to move. We're going to go ahead and flip this board. All right, take time, pause the video, and good luck. All right, you found queen c6. Very good. All right, now here, the rook is also hanging. So you should have at least looked for a way to check the king and take the rook. All right, but there's really no way to do it in this position. So queen here is the correct move, checking the king and taking the free bishop. Now, in each one of these problems, we had a certain type of double attack. All right, the king was exposed and we were attacking a hang piece. In part 2 of this series, we are going to look for a different type of queen double attack. Stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed this video.